Inflation at 2.65%. New IPEDEREM program to empower communities with much needed skills. And in sports, the National First Division side Green Lovers received 65,000 Pula sponsorship. Good evening and a warm welcome to you. Now, the Bank of Botswana Monetary Policy Committee yesterday announced its decision to maintain a 2.65% inflation rate despite a spike in inflation. The new governor of Bank of Botswana, Mr. Cornelius de Kopp, says inflation increased from 1.2% in August to 3.2% in September, attributing the increase to upward adjustments in domestic fuel prices in September this year. Mr. de Kopp said this at a press conference in Gaborone. Mojadi Mukibelo.
The Monetary Policy Committee MPC, which consists of 9 members and chaired by the governor, is a statutory committee established by the Bank of Botswana Act of 2022. The new governor of Bank of Botswana, Governor Mr. de Kopp, says inflation increased from 1.2% in August to 3.2% in September. He said, among others, the increase was mainly due to the upward adjustment in domestic fuel prices in September this year.
The MPC recognizes that the economy is expected to operate below full capacity in the short term and does not generate demand-driven inflationary pressures. Furthermore, the inflation is forecast to be within the objective range in the medium term. Therefore, the MPC decided to maintain the monetary policy rate at 2.65%. Like I mentioned when I started off.
The MPC also noted that inflation could be higher than projected if international commodity prices increase beyond current forecast supply and logistical constraints persist.
Accordingly, and consequently, the 7-day bank Botswana certificates auctions, repos and reverse repos will be conducted at the rate of the monetary policy rate of 2.65%. Secondly, as we even mentioned in the last report, the standing policy rate, deposit rate, is maintained at 1.6%, 100 basis points below the monetary policy rate of 2.65%. Lastly, the standing credit facility rate remains at 3.65%, 100 basis points above the 2.6% monetary policy rate.
Furthermore, MPC said possible upward adjustment in prices controlled by government, for example, electricity and water tariffs, that is not factored in the current projection, may lead to higher inflation. However, inflation could be lower than anticipated because of the possibility of weaker domestic and global economic activity and any decrease in international commodity prices, amongst others. Mojadi Mukibelo, BTV News, Gaborone.
The government remains committed to reforming the justice system to ensure equal justice for all. This was revealed by the Minister of Justice, Mr. Machana Shamukuni, when launching 2 of the ministry's policy projects, which are gender mainstreaming within the criminal justice system and the child-friendly justice system research study. Minister Machana Shamukuni says the launch of the project is aligned with the President's call for mindset change. Jessica Pilani and Lizzie Klaas.
The 2 policy project launched by this ministry is a milestone in heeding to the President's call of mindset change. One of the priority areas of this ministry is to improve access to justice by all, leaving no one behind. Furthermore, issues of gender-based violence continue to be a threat in this country. Therefore, the ministry was compelled to come up with 2 critical initiatives that strive to ensure gender parity within the legal framework and to establish the justice system that safeguards the rights of the vulnerable young members of the society.
Re bona bana ba amana le molao ka ditsela tse di harologaneng. Bangwe ba amana le molao gongwe ba go seditswe mme potso ke gore mo tsamaisong ya rona ya molao re mo tsamaisong e leng gore e sekegela dikgathego tsa bone ke dingwe tse e leng gore ne re tshwanela ke gore di ipotse re le ba Ministry wa Justice. So these policies should be viewed and utilized for the purposes of providing guidance, clarity, accountability, and efficiency of the justice sector.
These policy projects present a significant step towards more equitable and compassionate legal system, a system that values and respects the rights of all individuals, regardless of their gender or age.
Key players in the justice system applauded this ministry for its bold step of ensuring access to justice by all.
We look forward to continuing engaging with the government and the Ministry of Justice, with the civil society and other stakeholders involved to protocol the rights of women and girls. You can count on European Union as your long-standing partner for child protection and gender equality.
There are promising practices that can be used as examples in Botswana, such as the establishment of the child-friendly police stations, and we applaud the police and the Minister of Justice for that. In a promising pilot, Legal Aid Botswana is also now providing legal assistance for children in criminal matters. These are good news that we need to applaud and hold to.
The two policy guidelines are anticipated to provide meaningful changes for Botswana through delivering a reformed justice system. Jessica Pilani, BTV News, Tamara.
Member of Parliament for Kalahari South, Mr. Sam Brooks, has appealed to government departments overseeing the construction of the Tsabo multi-species abattoir to ensure the project is completed on time. He said this would give farmers in the area an opportunity to start selling their livestock as promised. Mr. Brooks also raised concerns that a progress report for the 161 million Bula project has not been shared with his office.
The construction of Tsabo multi-species abattoir was scheduled to be completed by the end of September this year. However, the project was delayed due to various factors such as late delivery of building materials and other unforeseen circumstances.
Ministry of Agriculture, and I'm raising this as a concern. For 18 months,
the completion date has been extended way too many times. The government is using a lot of money to build this abattoir, yet no one is giving us a report of how much has been used so far.
For this project, so far,
the main abattoir, that is the second industrial building, of which is the main one, Yone comes with, it has a lot of operations and includes quite a lot of work that has been done. In the civil side, we are at 100% in terms of flooring and structural walls. So what we are left with, the roof covering. The roof covering is at, the main roof covering is at 100%. What we are left with is the canopies.
The abattoir is expected to employ mostly locals.
BMC ke yone e tla bong e tshwere dikarabo ya kana go suggestiwa gore ke yone e tla bong e tsamaisa. Ke bona ba itseng gore ba tla bo ba operate matlhabelo yang, ba tla bo ba hira jang.
Botswana Meat Commission is responsible for hiring. Once operational, the Tsabo multi-species abattoir is expected to slaughter at least 60 cattle and 300 small stock per day. The meat will be sold locally and also exported to international markets. BTV News, Tsabo.
The new and improved Ipelegeng, also known as Ipelegeng Skills Development Component, ISDC, will give participants skills to empower their communities. These skills will see services sourced locally, as residents with such skills will be the ones used to carry out projects, which in turn will help grow these villages, especially those in remote areas. This was said by the Assistant Minister of Local Government and Rural Development, Ms. Talita Monnakgotla, when visiting Ngojane to appreciate progress made by the district in regards to Ipelecheng projects. Angela Enosa with more.
The Ipelecheng program has evolved from being about menial duties such as grass cutting to now equipping those engaged under the program with lifelong skills, which will in the long run create revenue for the beneficiaries. This local empowerment will help develop rural areas, which is what the Ipelecheng program stands for.
Ba go agala mme yo le yo tlhokanang le go agala 2.5 mme gore motho o nne motona ke ha re tsa Ipelecheng ya rona e tlhaboloso ka tlhoagalo mme rotlhe re le maphata re ha bana ba support mme rona ko local government re emetse ka dinao re tsile go aga bana ba ba komagaeng sesha a re kopaneng re ngune re lo bolelle ka Ipelecheng ya rona e ntšha e leng gore e tlile go le thusa jang e tlile go dira jang e tlile go tlhabolla motse jang e tlile go le thusa jang ko maphateng a lona.
The new and improved Ipelecheng program now equips beneficiaries with skills which can be used for maintenance works in government buildings, which will in turn save government money.
Kana ba kole ke tsone se ne se tlhokagala go sekolong ya bone go itse gore ha ile ke welding re na le bosimama le bosimamang ha ile gore ke carpentry re na le list ya bone ya no re tsa hela mo yone list eo
re dumela kitso di tla gola go eta di leng teng re nne le skilled manpower kana bana ba rona ba nne le botsipa jo bo tseneletseng gongwe le tsone ditutuntsho di tokagale go tsene le tsone tsa maranyane di rutuntsiwe re kgone go ithuta kana batsadi ba rona ba nne le ba ba rutang
bogologolo di brigade di simollo no ro graduate o bo graduate ka toolbox e le sone se leng go simolola ka sa sone a re le ke re le puso re ba tlamela gore a motho a mothapa marare he tla o simolola bana le trofeo le level the basic things.
The Ipelecheng program is proven to be delivering the desired results. Its mandate to improve lives and sustain livelihoods being proven by Ngojane residents who are ready to see their village develop. Angela Enosa, BTV News, Ngojane.
Principal Magistrate for Francistown Magistrate Court, Mr. Kabelo Magetsi, has called on farmers to take responsibility in managing their livestock in order to curb livestock theft. He made the call when officiating at number 1 District Anti-Stock Theft Workshop held in Natale. Abigail Madorobo reports.
Mr. Magetsi highlighted that the escalating cases of livestock theft call for a concerted effort, saying farmers should take the lead by keeping a close eye on their heads, and also called on farmers associations to commit their members to account and instill the spirit of neighborhood watch to help the police curb livestock theft.
I was tlo go utswa motonyana le one re bantsi gona le mananeo go reela ne se le company yano botsadi se rena di case le ngore re setse yana go utswa le ruo re batla go le rekisetsa ko mananeo a nyeletso lo
a re tšhentšheng re nne le tebo ye botoka ya go itse gore le ruo le raya madi mo pateng ya Motswana.
The police statistics shows that there is an increase in livestock theft cases, and that 88 livestock theft cases were reported this year, which means the statistics speak to the severity of the situation.
Ka 2023 gona mo kgaolong yene re mo gone ya number 1 district
ra nna dikgetsi di le 88 kana dikgomo di le 88 ra go bona di le 29 ra ska ra bona di le 39 go raya gore re santse re na le mathata a go tlhokomela ka tsela e ntseng jalo mme e bo lebelela gore mo dingwageng tse tsotlhe tse ke di buileng tse tharo re na le 319 wa dikgang ebe kana wa dikgomo tse di tabong di le hong re bo re nna le 134 ya dikgomo tse di bonweng jaanong 112 ke dikgomo tse di sa bonwang 73 ke tsene di ripotiwa hela go ntse gote kana ke nyelletswe ke dikgomo re ka se re itse gore a di utswile kana di ka bodile ga kae
go na le bogodu jo bo irwang ke barui ka matimela ke na le ngwaga ke le mo kgaolong ye ka kwano mme se ke se itemogetseng gore dikgomo tsotlhe tse di namagaditse ke di tsayang mo baruing ga di tsale.
The community was urged to come forth and bear witness before court whenever needed, as some farmers lose cases due to lack of evidence. Abigail Madorobo, BTV News, Natal.
The Assistant Minister of Local Government and Rural Development, Ms. Dalita Monakotla, has urged residents of Inaleholo to join hands with teachers to improve academic results. She said this recently as she was donating food hampers to 235 students in partnership with KFC. Naomi Mudumwa reports.
Inaleholo Primary School, with an enrollment of over 200 pupils, has been experiencing poor performance in primary school leaving examinations results over the past years. This decline is primarily linked to lack of parental commitment to their children's education. In the previous year, the school achieved 17.6% pass rate. Ms. Monakotla has called on KFC to consider adopting the school, providing essential resources to improve its conditions, as it currently lacks access to necessary government resources.
Puso bogolo jang le phata la thuto ga le ka ke la kgona le nosi mme ke rotloetse le tsone dikomponi tse dingwe hela jalo gore a re tsene mo thutong ke yone e ka gane lehatshe la Botswana re thuseng bana re thusa lehatshe la Botswana ke rotloetsa dikomponi tsotlhe gore a re thuseng dikolo a re thuseng bana
dijo tse di le re nono ho baneng ba rona di le re botshelo di le re tlhaloganyo ya thuto e ntse ritelwa ke bagolo ba bileng hape le game ke lemoga ha ile gore tota ha ngwana a ya sekolong a sa hitlola ga go nne sentle ga e ta reetsa.
Khosi Keamogetse Gobi has strongly criticized parents who discourage their children from attending school, highlighting the negative impact this has on the people's education.
Selo se tshwantse se re rotloetse gore ngwana o mosola go ya sekolong a re sa bapele bana ba ga etso sekolo sa rona se le sego go makgatho mantsi re hiwa ke dikomponi ra hiwa jaanong go mo go rona le baruta bana go tshwaragana re ntshe maduo go itumedisa tsone dikomponi tse di re hantse
re tshwanetse go tsaya tsela ye ya go abelwa re tshwanetse go tsaya mogopolo wa go abelwa ka tsela nngwe re lemoge gore go abelwa ke tsela nngwe ya go tlhabolola le go tokafatsa botshelo ga mmogo le go tlisa tsholofelo mo mothong bogolo jang rona ba re tsang gore re kgakalanyana le ditlamelo.
KFC contribution, which include two blood donation from customers, go a long way in supporting the brighter future for children by assisting in various challenges. Now, Mudumwa, Zara Television, Inaleholo.
The Minister of Health, Dr. Edwin Dikoloti, says the government wishes to strengthen communities to enable them to take full responsibility for their health. This has led to the ministry supporting different initiatives such as the mega-size College Health Walk. The minister said this following the walk, which was attended by over 10 schools in Gaborone. Tsulufelo Tombale has more.
The Ministry of Health has revealed that the World Health Organization's stepwise survey on non-communicable diseases has declared Botswana's population to be obese and therefore in danger of contracting many of those diseases. However, it has expressed that the crisis cannot be addressed without community involvement, and the Minister of Health urged students and their representatives who took part in a multi-tertiary institution health walk to become ambassadors of healthy living.
What we embarked on today forms one of what we call health promotion, which is one of the linkages in our revitalization of people-oriented primary health care. I need you to help me to spread the message of health promotion and revitalization of people-oriented primary health care.
Representatives from Megasize College explained the motivation behind the walk.
With academic demands becoming more challenging, students often neglect physical activities, leading to several lifestyle-related disorders, such as obesity, diabetes, cardiovascular diseases, hypertension, just to mention but a few.
We're here today to celebrate. It's a celebration because we have decided to celebrate the wellness of Botswana. Any Botswana hela yo ileng gore wa itse ka non-communicable diseases a itse gore malwetse a ke malwetse a leng gore a lwantshiwa at the current time a ileng gore mongwe le mongwe o tshwantse gore a ikilele mo gone a itse gore bolwetse bo kgona gore bo tena ko nngwe le nngwe.
The minister urged the 10 schools that took part in the walk, including Botswana University, New Era College and the Gaborone University College, to make the walk an annual event to keep the momentum of exercise and healthy living, and to remember to register to vote for next year's national elections. Solafala Tombale, BTV News, Gaborone.
Southern African Regional Representative in the Office of the High Commissioner for Human Rights, Ms. Abigail Nuku, says Botswana has made great strides in attaining universal human rights for its citizens, highlighting that the country's constitution protects the human rights of its people. She made the statement in Gaborone at its launch of the campaign towards the commemoration of International Human Rights Day and the 75th anniversary of the Universal Declaration of Human Rights, UDHR, slated for the 10th of December. Wame Khasudi reports.
A month remains before the world commemorates International Human Rights Day and the 75th anniversary of the Universal Declaration of Human Rights on the 10th of December this year. Countries, including Botswana, will on this day reflect on the progress they have made in upholding and promoting universal human rights.
The Commissioner for Human Rights is calling all member states to come together in Geneva on the 11th and 12th of December. And that is an opportunity for all member states around the world to make a pledge. He's asking all states to recommit to the principles of the Universal Declaration of Human Rights, that everybody makes a commitment that they will then implement at national level. And we're really encouraging all states to use this period of the build-up towards that important moment to reflect, to consult with their constituencies, to engage in campaigns, and come to that high-level meeting with a renewed sense of commitment of what they want to do to take the promise of the UDHR forward.
Botswana does not only commit to addressing human rights, but also wishes for her citizens to be educated and well-equipped with crucial information on protecting their human rights.
So this course that was launched today is consistent not just with the Universal Declaration of Human Rights, but also with the Constitution of Botswana. Dithutintsho tse ka maranyane go di kgaoleng batho ba kgone go tsena gore o nne aware le wena ga go kopana le motho kapa go tirong kana o gakole gore ditshwanelo tsa motho di a reng o mo tseyang le wena tsa go di gata ka o itse go di gata kile yana we are bringing awareness. It's a very important chapter of the Constitution of Botswana because e bua ka gore ditshwanelo tsa motho ke ga se ga o di hiwi o tshola ka tsona.
The purpose of the e-learning course is to increase knowledge and awareness of human rights and sustainable development goals in Botswana. The course is therefore predicated on the fact that Agenda 2030 is firmly rooted in human rights. It acknowledges that by adopting a human rights-based approach to sustainable development, Progress will undoubtedly be accelerated.
December 10th also marks the 30th anniversary of the establishment of the Office of the Commissioner for Human Rights. Wami Khasudi, BTV News, Gaborone.
The Financial Intelligence Agency is celebrating its 10th year in operation, fighting money laundering and financing of terrorism. The agency revealed that it is currently investigating 565 suspicious transactions, which is an increase from last year. Komiso Mapanyani.
The FIA has been given the mandate of protecting the financial system across the country, ensuring that criminals stop money laundering activities. The organization has also noted partnership with other countries to reinforce and stop activities of money laundering by partnering with whistleblowers.
The Financial Intelligence Agency has signed 16 MOUs, and the latest MOU to be signed was with the jurisdictions of Madagascar and Rwanda. The MOUs enable the exchange of information. We also, as the Financial Intelligence Agency, have indicated in our report that FIA continues to receive suspicious transactions reports from reporting entities. There are entities that are obligated in terms of the law to make sure that when they have a suspicious transaction, they report it to the Financial Intelligence Agency within the prescribed time. And during the period under review, or the period covered in the annual report, we received 565 suspicious transactions. So you'll realize that we have been making progress or traction in dealing with suspicious transaction reports.
The journey against money laundering is one of the key priorities in all states, as that can be a catalyst for negative economic growth, as tax will not be paid.
The train has just started, it has taken off, and we ought to prepare accordingly. And we have recognized that as we undertake the various commemorative activities, it is imperative that we partner with the various stakeholders, including yourselves, the media. We recognize, even from the theme, that a public-private partnership is an essential component of an effective AMO, CFT, and CFP regime. Therefore, it is imperative that we work together with all the stakeholders, with the understanding that combating financial crimes, it is a responsibility for all.
The FIA indicated that their investigations are highly secretive and cannot be shared with publicly. Kumiso Mapanyani, BTV News, Gaborone.
The Northwest Division of the Botswana Police donated a fully furnished 2-bedroom house in line with Vision 2036. When handing over the house, Minister of Defense and Security, Mr. Kagiso Musi, said the aim of the project is to positively impact communities. Tiny Sukudu with more.
Botswana's Vision 2036 promotes prosperity for all through improving lives and expanding economies. Botswana Police, digging deep into their own pockets, demonstrated the spirit of compassion in donating this house, restoring hope and dignity to the Eshekora offense. This house will be transferred to the beneficiaries when they become of age.
Lona le menkadinao le thuse mapodisi ka gore mapodisi ha batla go responda go tla nna le kutlwelo botlhoko mme re re a re tshwaraganeng re berekeng le bone. Tiro e ba e dirang ka boithaopo ka ditsompelo tse di tswang mo dipateng tsa bone. Ntlo ye ga ya agiwa ka madi a puso, ga ya agiwa ka sepe, e ne le bana ba rona ba sepodisi ba ntsha madi a bone mo kgwatlheng e rile ha ba shotelwang teng ba tsa ba go kopa ko dikhamphaneng tse di ikemetseng ka nosi.
Re na le mme Sidona Sivako o e leng ene motlhokomedi wa bana ba o e leng gore ka gore bana ne ba le ka ga tlase ga dingwaga tse dinnye re dumalanya gore setsha se kwadisiwe ka ene mme bokgosi le ba ba amega mo motseng ba itse tumalano e gore e tle re bana ba ha setse anong ba tsena mo dingwageng tsa gore
ba amega kana ba letlelelwa gore ba ka ikopela le bone ba nna le ditsha mme Sivako a kgone gore a tlhagelele.
When receiving donation on behalf of the children, Ms. Donna Sivako expressed gratitude for the donation and promised to take care of the house and the children until they become independent, responsible members of the community.
Ke kopa gore a lo ka tswela lo dira lo se ka la helela lo a se male mae o ka tlogela le lwapa la goela a ba to simula isa ka tsile phakela a ba to thola until 6 o'clock ke yona a buela ko late a be ke lebogela le basadi ba bone.
The donation is a welcome development as it will improve the lives of the beneficiaries.
Borre ba spodisi le bomme ba spodisi re lebogela mpho ya lona. Batho go aba kana go nela ha se boikgantsho ebile ga se go supa gore wena o na le se sentsi so o ka se neelang ba bangwe ke mowa wa lorato le kutlwele bothoko.
The SA13 house donation is the 82nd built by members of Botswana Police for the less privileged across the country. Tiny Tukudu, BTV News, SA13.
It is time now for sports with Liza Oseking. Liza?
Hi, Khomotso.
Thank you so much. I'll just take it away.
Thank you so much, Khomotso Mapane. Good evening. My name is Liza Oseking with your World of Sport. And in our first story, the National First Division North Side Green Lovers have been sponsored to the tune of 65,000 pula for the 2023-2024 season by Joseph Kumo of Better Care Pharmacy. The sponsorship came at a time when the club needs it the most, following a long struggle to secure a sponsor.
All these companies, actually, they fall under a Kinsta group of companies. The total worth, I think, is 65,000 pula. Ele se kavara the kit, the training, everything, sabas talking, bar and everything, and halilahal. Karabo rate has become our countries. Intense mo KYC or reach or no one so my duty a sponsorship is 65,000 pula, ladies and gentlemen.
Today we have to celebrate our milestones. We can say we are going to go mo lenyalo le ba ba teng ba le gore ba tata ba re tsa mothala gore gone re kopane jang le bone jang go monate today ya karata go kopana le sponsor tsa rona tse le gore dumela gore loeto la rona ke tshimologo ra kgakala rona le bone
re kopa di-returns tsa di-team ka di tsamaiso tsa bone tsa melao motheo gore a mme stopper se comply le ditsamaiso tsa Registrar of Society Act kana Companies Act bate ba di be hape la ga rona re ithatobere le komiti kgolo re bone gore nya ba tshwara diphuthego tsa ngwaga le ngwaga jaaka constitution ya bone ba leta mme ile ba comply le tsa financial reports, accountability, or nya, Madian Simba, Copa Movatumba, Ba Kwana or Hangwa Harapa Copane, but remember, but over Amadia Griswasin.
A tough encounter is expected this weekend at VTM Arena as Botswana Premier League rookies VTM and Matebele FC fight for 3 points. Khomotso Sefako reports.
Matebele FC look to continue their impressive showing in the Elite League after collecting 7 points from a possible 9, courtesy of 2 wins and a draw. Gugansu go out in a search of a back-to-back wins after morale-boosting victory against defending champions Jwana Galaxy last weekend.
It's been tough. It's not been a walk in the park, and I think the fact that we have 7 points from 9 games, from a possible 9, is testimony to the hard work that we've put in. We're not getting ahead of ourselves. We're not getting full of ourselves and getting conceited and saying that we are just giant slayers and we're going to beat everyone. No, we take it one game at a time, but we want to win. the emphasis is always on winning.
VTM's main problem has been on the front end, where they have only managed to hit the back of the net once. The home side will therefore need to be at their best on Sunday in this Rocky team's tussle if they are to start making moves up the log from 14th spot after going down against Security Systems and Gaborone United.
To be honest with you, because Galaxy yes, harana gore re tsene le mang kana ga ra tsena le mang gone ana rona go mpeno ra re mo Premier League mongwe le mongwe yo mo Premier League gone ana a toka go compete.
In other week 4 clashes to be played on Saturday, Celebi Pico-based outfit Nico United host Masitauka at Samsono Stadium. Security Systems head up to Swatown to take on Swa Flamingos. Machimenyega Traffic lock horns with Murupule Wanderers at Obedi Tanichulumi Stadium. The 2021-2022 champions Gaborone United battle for 3 points at the Dickens Stadium against another league powerhouse Orapa United, whilst the Ragiling Holy Ghost, who find themselves at the bottom of the log, have a date with the 11 Angels at VTM Arena. In the biggest match of the weekend, defending champions Johnny Galaxy welcome current pace setters Township Rollers at Galaxy Stadium. Popa will be taking on a deeply wounded side after a shocking defeat away to newly promoted Matebele FC last weekend. Rollers have a perfect record with 9 points from 3 matches, whereas Galaxy are 3 points adrift in 6th position. In all the 13 league meetings, Rollers have had the upper hand, winning 5 times, while Galaxy have managed to record only 1 win, with 7 ending in stalemate. On Sunday, it will be the battle of security discipline forces at Lobatse Sport Complex as BDF 11 takes on Police 11. BDF 11 have made a decent start to the season, accumulating 7 points from 2 wins and a draw, while the Jungle Kings have only managed to collect 2 points, a record they want to improve earlier in the season. All the week 4 Botswana Premier League matches will kick off at 4:30. Khomza Sefago, BTV Sport, Gaborone.
And finally, Notwane head coach Ompemeze Setswe says they still have a lot to do technically to get the team to perform at its best in the new First Division season. Setswe highlighted this at the team's training session as they prepare to take on City Pola at SSG grounds. Tlamelo Katleho Rada Kakwele reports.
Notwane go into the Week 3 fixture looking to record a second straight win following a narrow 1-0 victory over former Elite League side Mogoditsane Fighters this past weekend. Coach Timi Setswe says despite having to work on certain aspects of their attacking approach, he is confident that they will put up a decent showing against the Catlin-based outfit on Saturday. After 2 rounds of matches, Toronto find themselves 4th in the Southern League standings after 1 win and a draw against UB Hawks.
I know about that team they're full of running, especially up front they're playing 2, 4 at the back, 4 across. A big test. We are just hoping and looking forward for Saturday's game, and hopefully the boys will click. Even though we still have some slight injuries, Terry still missing the ankle, and the captain, he was complaining about the muscle omocalfo, but here he is. I'm just hoping all the boys can just put the foot on the pedal, and looking forward to maybe win another.
City Pola, who started the season on a low note at the hands of Young Stars by 3-1, managed to regroup last weekend as they defeated Tlokwen United 3-2. City Pola assistant coach Amuchelani Fane noted that they are still battling out with various combinations early in the season following exit of several key players in the off-season who joined the Catlin Giants Mochudi Center Chiefs.
As a team, we are focusing on our strong points, which I think will carry us forward. We are not looking at other teams at the moment, but basically we are looking at our strength.
In other First Division matches on Saturday, Mogoditsane Fighters welcomes Extension Gunners at Holy Ghost Park grounds. Center Chiefs take on UB Hawks at UB Stadium. Flamingo Santos take a long trip to look for 3 points away to Desert Ncawe at Zabom VDC grounds. URI Black Forest lock horns with Prisons 11, while Tlokwen United look to bounce back from last weekend's defeat as they take on Young Stars at VDC grounds. In the Northern Division League, Makungulu Puswa host BR Highlanders from Mahalape. Calendar Stars will be up against Chadibe FC. Sankoyo Bushbucks take the road to Sorowe, where they will find Green Lovers waiting for them at Masilo Grounds. Matlakase and Tsabotle FC battle for 3 points at Palape Sports Complex. Mbalakalungu welcomes Santa Green from Mahalape, while Peacemakers face off against Pilikwe United. Katleho Kakule, BTV Sport, Gaborone.
And that is it for sport this evening. Khomotso Mapane is standing by to give us a reminder of our top stories. Mates.
Thank you so much, Eliza. Until we meet again tomorrow, have yourself a fantastic Friday.
Likewise.
Thank you so much. That was Eliza Osekeng with the latest in sports. Let's take a final look at stories leading the way this evening. Bank of Botswana maintains inflation rate at 2.65%. New Ipelerem program to empower communities with much needed skills. And in sports, the National First Division side Green Lovers received 65,000 Pula sponsorship. That's all that we had for you in our news bulletin this evening. BTV News, Ikanyarona, #mindset change, Arichencheng. Up next is the weather update.
Good evening and welcome to tonight's weather forecast. My name is Paul Victoria Hosiam. This morning we recorded 4.1 millimeters at Kazungula Road border and 2.8 millimeters at Shakawe Mat. For tomorrow, we're mostly expecting some partly cloudy conditions across much of the country with some isolated thunder showers at southern southeast Gauteng and Kweneng, Khanti, Ngamiland, Chobe and northern central. In the morning, some mild temperatures of around 18 degrees Celsius at Silibi Pikwe, 19 at Francistown, Gaborone and Tsabong. But for much of the country, mostly hot temperatures ranging between 20 degrees Celsius to 24 degrees Celsius. In the afternoons, we're expecting some extremely hot temperatures at Ngamiland, Chobe, Central and Northeast, ranging between 39 to 40 degrees Celsius. And very hot temperatures at Khanti, southern southeast Gauteng and Kweneng, ranging between 36 to 37 degrees Celsius. But for Kalahari, we're expecting some hot temperatures. Looking at the active wildfires, as indicated by the red color, is showing active wildfires are burning over some areas of Botswana. The fire danger index is showing very dangerous to extremely dangerous conditions over much of the country. Therefore, the public is advised to handle fire with caution. For Sunday, we're mostly expecting some isolated thunder showers over the entire country with some cloudy conditions at Kalahari, southern southeast Gauteng and Kweneng and southern central. Temperature-wise, we're expecting some extremely hot temperatures at Ngamiland and Chobe, ranging between 39 to 41 degrees Celsius, and very hot temperatures at northern central, ranging between 36 to 38 degrees Celsius, and hot temperatures across much of the country, ranging between 33 to 35 degrees Celsius. That's the weather forecast. Have yourself a good night.
Pero kana karabo ya puso ya molao motheo re weditse go setse gore e parlamenteng ngwa dio tse ile go di tshwanela ke gore di dire go hetola molao motheo ha go teng o hetole teng ke ha ile